And my friends kind of respected that. They respected my little... Hello. And then that's how that came about. I would always explore randomly. And my friends would sometimes get annoyed because sometimes, and when I say sometimes, I mean all the time, I'm so bad at directions, guys. Like, even if you give me coordinates to follow, I am still bad at directions. I don't know how to explain it. Anyways, so if I'm not going to a place that I've never been before, well, that's not even a good way to say it, I would get lost, and then someone would have to go find me. It got to the point where, like, they would trick me into going into creative mode just so I could come back. Because, again, I like survival mode, so I don't really learn slash commands that much. And so as soon as they put me in creative mode, I'm like, okay, how do I get out of it? And they wouldn't let me. It would be like the craziest thing in the world. Because I would be the only one in creative and they would be in survival. And then because they wouldn't tell me how, and I was too lazy to Google, I think. I should have Googled it. But like I would just be stuck in creative mode. So then I would just, okay, I guess I'm going to build something it would be impossible to build at the time. So I made myself like a little zoo of mobs, a mob zoo, if you will. And ooh, I like the gray ones. They're so nice. You're mine in spirit, because I'm not gonna collect you right now. And that's like the only thing I built in that. And then I got really fed up, so they kind of gave and told me how I could go back into survival mode, and then I spent the rest of my life in survival, building houses or things, statues, structures, really whatever I wanted in survival mode. So the lesson for today is I ramble a lot, and sometimes I forget what I'm doing. Oh no, there's no lesson to learn from me hanging out with my friends. That's just me being young, of which I shall not say how much. But I really miss those days. And then I just went to solo games. Hi doggies, I love you. So here's another fun story. Well, I think it's fun. How I got animals for my farms and also for my pets, henceforth this pack of dogs, is very different to how normal people would probably do it because, well, one, there was no such thing as the wandering trader at the time. So you couldn't just automatically get leads from there. You would have to actually craft them, which for two, I didn't really feel like doing because that would waste my inventory. So what I would do is I would gather up a bunch of dirt, just like a whole bunch of dirt, just a whole bunch of dirt like this, and then I would find an animal that I liked, and I would carefully start over. And that would be the process. Like, imagine like this stack of dirt is like 60 stacks of dirt, and I would slowly be boxing them in entirely, that they couldn't escape, they couldn't move. And then I would take the rest of the stack that I had available and slowly turned it into a path. And that path would lead straight to wherever my house would be. Usually it's the closest house at the time. And I would do that for every single creature that I find. So if I found a sheep, if I found wolves, if I found cows, piggies, anything really. That's... Oh, it's Bunny. Hello, Bunny. I want to kill you. No, I don't. No, I don't. Anyways, so yeah. that's literally how my my tedious self decided to do things. And then my friends would be so upset with me when they figured out what I spent maybe 4 hours doing. They're like, oh wow, you have so many sheep. Yes, I do. Did you breed all these sheep? No. They all are from the wild, every single one of them. How'd you do it? And they would have like that deadpan expression too, like they knew, but they didn't want to hear it. Because they knew in my inventory I didn't have any leads. Because they had the leads, usually. Oh gosh. And then when they found out I was doing that for a pack of wolves that I found, like I had like maybe 7 packs of wolves in my own little, I wouldn't call it a cave, but it wasn't really a cave. It was just a house I built into the side of a mountain. Ooh, make clear. I think I'm near the ocean. Anyways, so I had like a whole pack of wolves there, but none of them had a collar. Absolutely 0 of them had a collar. See, this is how the story relates to those wolves that I saw over there. And so I literally caught all of these wolves, and they weren't dogs yet because again, no collar, and they were all mine. I didn't have the slightest idea. It literally never occurred to me feed them bones and make them loyal. No, never occurred to me. So I had wild wolves in my house that I kept there for months as wild. It just never occurred to me. Like, they're already in the house. Why would I have to bother? Well, I really should have bothered. Oh my gosh. And that's probably a tragic tale for another time.